Hold on to your butts, pucker up buttercups. It looks like there's some interesting news coming out today about the Xbox and Microsoft, and this is exactly what I've been saying this entire damn time. It looks like there's finally some common sense being shown here, and I absolutely love it. I'm here for it, and I know a lot of you are going to be just as excited and thrilled to hear this as well. If I'm Microsoft, I'm dancing from the rooftops right now because this is pretty damn incredible. And like I said, it's one of those things that you absolutely love to see. Now, I'm not saying that this is a slam dunk or anything like that, but it is as close to that as you can possibly be and not have that slam dunk kind of mentality. And I'm sure everybody is kind of talking about this. The Sony fans are in utter disbelief right now, utter shock, utter disappointment as we continue to see Microsoft gain momentum in the console space and in gaming in general. I want to go ahead and get into this. Should be a fun video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the Crap Gamer, one and only, with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another fun-ass video. Please take a minute out to slap the crap out of that like button. Slap it hard. Slap it fast. Let's get some stuff going here. Should be a good one and very much appreciated by me personally. So I'm trying to get 100 likes on all the videos that I do. Now, even though we are all majorly tired of this Activision stuff, we are starting to see the light at the end of that tunnel. And boy, is that a gorgeous thing. UK regulators now says Microsoft Activision merger won't significantly lessen competition in console gaming. Wow. Imagine that. What we've been saying all along, finally, there's some common sense there. Of course it wouldn't. How could anybody in consciousness, in good consciousness, think that it would significantly harm console gaming in any way, right? It never made sense. Unless your job was to protect Sony as the #1 company, you would not have an issue with this whatsoever. And I feel like it's crazy to think that, anybody actually had some kind of issue with this. So glad to see that there are some people out there with some common damn sense. So the UK Competition and Markets Authority, or the CMA, has said it no longer believes that Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard will reduce competition in the gaming space, consoles in particular. The watchdog said on this past week that it updated its provisional findings after receiving fresh evidence that alleviated some of its concerns about the almost $70 billion deal. Now, while the CMA originally believed that making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox could be commercially beneficial for Microsoft, it said that new data it has received indicates that this strategy would be significantly loss-making under any plausible scenario. So you mean to tell me what Microsoft was saying all along, which would be taking Call of Duty off of PlayStation, would be silly because it would lose them money? You mean to tell me that that was true? Oh, my stars. Who would have thunk it? Right? Completely crazy. Yeah. In light of this, the CMA has narrowed the scope of its concerns about the deal. Provisional findings are a key aspect of the merger process and are explicitly designed to give the businesses involved and any interested third parties the chance to respond with new evidence before we make the final decision. That's from the chair of independent panel conducting this CMA investigation. Having considered the additional evidence provided, we have now provisionally concluded that the merger will not result in a substantial lessening of competition in console gaming services because the cost to Microsoft of withholding Call of Duty from PlayStation would outweigh any gains from taking such action. And I quote, "Our provisional view that this deal raises concerns in the cloud gaming market is not affected by today's announcement. Our investigation remains on course for competition and completion by the end of April." The CMA, of course, obviously previously expressed concerns that the proposed Activision acquisition could significantly reduce PlayStation's ability to compete with Microsoft, given that it would see the Xbox maker gain ownership of Call of Duty, which Sony has called irreplaceable. Although, to be quite honest, if Microsoft pulled it off PlayStation and only had it on Xbox and PC, it automatically loses half of its player base. So it's no longer the juggernaut that it once was, meaning that a lot of games could potentially replace it. But why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense, and it never made any sense, by the way. In a bid to gain approval for the deal, Microsoft has told regulators it's willing to make each new Call of Duty game available on PlayStation the same day it comes to Xbox for a 10-year period with full content and feature parity. In an attempt to address the concerns with the impact the merger will have on the cloud gaming market, Microsoft also recently announced several deals to bring Call of Duty to third-party gaming platforms should the acquisition be approved. The CMA's final report ruling on the Activision Blizzard deal is due April 26th. Responding to the news, Ampere analysis analyst Piers Harding-Rolls said the deal now has a greater chance of being approved. With structural remedies being less relevant, today's updated findings swings the pendulum back in favor of the deal being approved by the CMA and completing overall. It now just remains to be seen how Microsoft and the CMA deal with the concern around cloud gaming. Recent cloud gaming partnership deals that Microsoft has signed are relevant, but I'm sure if these are completely satisfy any of the concerns around the inherent advantages Microsoft holds over cloud gaming, which again, Microsoft is expected to talk about and sign even more cloud deals in the very near future. But there's an update to this as well. Microsoft and Activision have welcomed today's announcement by the CMA, and they've responded, and I quote, "We appreciate the CMA's rigorous and thorough evaluation of the evidence and welcome its updated provisional findings," a Microsoft spokesman told CNBC. This deal will provide more players with more choice in how they play Call of Duty and their favorite games. We look forward to working with the CMA to resolve any outstanding concerns. An Activision spokesperson said that the updated provisional findings show an improved understanding of the console gaming market and demonstrate a commitment to supporting players and competition. They also added, "Sony's campaign to protect its dominance by blocking our merger can't overcome the facts. And Microsoft has already presented effective and enforceable remedies to address each of the CMA's remaining concerns. We know this deal will benefit competition, innovation, and consumers in the UK." So, again, the UK one was always going to be the tougher one for Microsoft to kind of break through, but it is nice to see that that is indeed what's happening. And I gotta say, I love that this is something that's going to be something that happens very soon. And again, it makes sense for this to be the way that things are going. So, again, you had these different governing bodies vying for the one to kind of stop big tech or whatever. So now they've kind of worked through, and it looks like the CMA are going to allow this to go through. I always thought that the FTC, which is the American branch, never had a fight to begin with in this, and they would lose in court. They were only trying to stall and buy time. And maybe kind of dissuade Microsoft in general by means of way of just saying, okay, well, we're gonna kind of screw with you until you think it's not worth it anymore, and then you're gonna stop trying to go after them. But Microsoft is firm in trying to go after Activision since this has happened anyway. So yeah, nice to see that happen. You know, pretty cool, and this is a big win for Microsoft. Glad to see it, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to link this in the description below. You fine folks can check it out and let me know what you think. Would be pretty damn awesome to see that happen, and appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and rocking with me. So thank you guys, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.